very many cybersecurity plans actually fail. Because many times we write them, we file them, keep them in a certain document somewhere, and we feel like we have protection against anything, and we are very secure in our ways. We have our file, we have our plan, our cybersecurity plan, and we keep it. Are you a small business out there? Think about when was the last time you actually looked at your cybersecurity plan, information security plan, incident response plan. That is if you even have one. Many of us are on vibes, and we are hoping and praying that nothing ever goes wrong. Now, prayer is a good strategy. Prayer is good, but in terms of hackers, it is not the only strategy. So hope and prayer will not protect you when the time comes. So, welcome to the Cyber Cafe. My name is Femias, and here we speak about technology in the everyday language for the everyday man. Now, let's get into it. The biggest mistake we make is treating cybersecurity as if it's a one-time project, and we do our plan, we get a consultant, we write a very good document, put it in a file, have 40 pages, and we're sure these controls will protect us. Now, if we have even implemented those controls, very good. But sometimes we even don't follow through in implementing the controls that are in the plan, which is even worse. However, all that is, those are some of the reasons why many times we don't have a plan, and other times it becomes something that is at the back of our minds that we know we shall get to, but it's not urgent. We have so many other pressing things. We need to file our taxes, we need to pay the rent, we need to pay the employees. So when you look at budgeting for information security, you think about it like it might sink your business. So you think about, when you think about planning for information risk, you think, no, we shall get to it probably in the next financial year, and the next financial, which actually never comes. Another reason is that we don't know whom to call. We don't know which people do these things. We are not informed that we can actually get a consultant to do these things and either give them a retainer, or we just think we need to hire someone all the time. And even when we need to hire someone, we don't know what those people are going to do every day. So because we are not able to figure out what the information security officer will do, then we don't hire anyone. So in other words, you have an IT person and some developers or a developer, and you charge them with taking care of cybersecurity. So whenever you hear the conversation of cybersecurity, you say, yeah, our IT guy is taking care of that. In your mind, you expect that your IT person is going to make sure that your information security is covered as well. Now, that is even not to say that you shouldn't believe in your employees, but it's to say that you need to be realistic according to what someone can be able to do effectively. If someone is handling IT, another person is handling software development, you cannot charge them with ensuring that your information security is always at 100%, or at least give you a guarantee of information security being taken care of. These are some of the reasons that I believe information security is always put at the back door. Then the other reason is we have not seen any consequences. We probably have not seen people in our fields coming out to say, oh, we were in a cyber attack and this happened to us. So I think that lack of examples and consequences, or when things happen, usually they're under the rug, or we see bigger organizations having these challenges and we think that can't be us. We don't have financial, we don't have any money in our flow, we are just keeping data. What could really possibly go wrong? So we assume that these things are like in movies or in other countries. They're not going to happen to us because we are a small business in Uganda or in Africa, and we think that we can't be victims of cyber risk. Many of these are actually myths, and it's not true. For as long as your business is going on the internet, you're processing information and data, you have employees who are using emails and technology, security is a risk you have to plan for. Don't leave it to chance. Yes? Now, we have had enough of those, and if there are other reasons why you think people don't prioritize security, please share with us. What do you think? But let's get to the conversation of now. How do we remedy that? What now do we do as small businesses or as growing enterprises? What then do we do? So an organization that has about 6 people cannot implement a cybersecurity plan for an organization that has over 100 people. That's not realistic. Then also, a company that is running logistics is not also going to have the same regulations as a company that is doing financials or is doing financial the transactions, or you have card data, or you are a hospital. So the regulations will be different. So you have to understand your business and then understand how information security comes in as you're making your cybersecurity plan. Then the other thing is, don't downplay the need for an expert or an employee. Yes, don't downplay the need for someone who is responsible for information security. You can hire a contractor, you can hire an organization, or you can hire an in-house information security officer to actually help draft the frameworks that are relevant. You can hire someone. That person can be in charge of working with IT and the devs to make sure your processes are in line with security, to write standards for you, to even the contractor you get, they can review your processes, your standards, your policies, and if you don't have them in place, they can create them for you and you can negotiate these things. The whole point is take it day by day. Review these things at least on a quarterly or annually, but also put it in place. Then implement most of the recommendations. Implement the recommendations and have them reviewed or assessed. So let your money work for you. Give an opportunity to people who have taken time to understand these things or to study these things, to do this work, and all you have to do is assess and have them in place, implement them so that you can secure your business as well. Yeah. And now let's look at your expectations, because again you might say, but I don't know what is going to be in those things, what's going to be in those documents. What can I expect from the person that I'm going to get and the organization that I'm going to hire to make for me a plan? So your plan should be a bit cost effective, and it should also be at least multi-layered. Strategic defense, at least let it be by design. Let your security be possible for you to implement or for you to do without complicating it, okay? Without making it too complicated. It should mostly focus, of course, on access control, access management, have regular updates of software, It should look at how your data is backed up and how data is stored and processed within the organization. It should look at employee training and how you're able to assess that. It should also look at how you identify any new weaknesses within your systems and how you manage them in terms of remediating them, fixing them, and reassessing them. So because you are trying to get out of the space where cybersecurity is an afterthought and you want to think about it proactively, so the movement should be a bit seamless, so that you know when someone joins the organization, where do they go to get access to the different systems? How do they get that access? If someone has left, how do we make sure they no longer have access to these systems? How do we assess it every time? So you look at that access management from the beginning of someone's lifetime in your organization and when they have left. Once you have that covered, you look at how do I know that my systems are secure? All the things that I've put in place are good enough. How do I assess if there is a new weakness in my system? And if there is one, how do I get it remediated or fixed? Then how do I check and confirm that this has been fixed, right? Then look at backups. Where is my information backed up? Do I have an online backup? Do I have an offline backup? How often do I back up my information? And if I got into a challenge, can I get back to the most recent information relevantly and run my business again? And is it affordable? And all those things. How often do I update my systems and patch new and put in the new patches that come? So these are going to be mostly hygienic situations. Then you're also going to look at how do you train your employees and make sure they are cybersecurity averse. They're aware of what could happen in terms of cybersecurity. So then you also want to look at privileged access. We've already talked about that. You make sure that you regulate all these privileges. Then understand your field. We've already mentioned this. Understand the business in which you are and how cyber comes into play. If you are a hospital, you know that you're not supposed to lose information about people's names, their information about their ailments, the medications they're taking. You're supposed to protect that information according to HIPAA laws. So are you compliant to that? Get yourself checked, and when you're ready, make sure that you are aware or certified against the right frameworks for your business. If you are transactional or you have card information, are you making sure that all these frameworks are in check? You have different frameworks, so you will charge the person who is going to come to the organization to set for you up these frameworks regarding those compliance or regulatory requirements. So to educate yourself a bit and take care of your information risk. This will also help you to sleep better at night. This will help you to interest yourself in different conferences, in different conversations. Do not let words or buzzwords that seem big and heavy scare you. Like technology is something you can enjoy if you are aware. So take time as a business owner, have people around you that can help you understand these things. Do not be saying, maybe these are things for Gen Zs, things for young people. No, do not be caught in that. Like your brain, your mind is able to actually understand, just the way you're able to interest yourself in taxes because you know there is money at risk. The way you're able to interest yourself in registration of your organization and your procurement of new processes and new things into your organization. That's how you need to interest yourself in your information security of your organization. So I'm going to charge you with that. And for us here at the Cyber Cafe, we're willing to support you in case you want support. We can also connect you to different service providers who will come and help you assess your systems, different things. If you are starting from scratch, don't hesitate to reach out And let's have that conversation to see where you can start from your journey. Don't have a plan that is somewhere in the shelf that you never implemented. It is not a magic pill. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Do not have that plan kept somewhere on a drawer that you never implement. It's not a magic pill, but be proactive, appreciate the risk, and put in place a plan to actually manage it. Tell me about your experience about cybersecurity and how you've seen businesses grow and how has cybersecurity affected the people around you, and what do you think we can do about this in East Africa and in Uganda especially. And until next time, my name is Femias. Bye.